Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. And today we're going to do another workout. And today I'm going to treat you guys to how I train for my marathons. At least what I do for strength and what I try to do for a little bit of endurance. I'm not going to do a long run today. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, but I think some of you will find this very interesting. Just want to let you guys know in the description box of this video, you're going to see 3 other videos besides this one. 2 of them is for Lyrical Orion's yoga videos on stretching. I highly recommend, if you have not seen them, to watch them because they are very useful for what I'm going to be showing you today. And also check out her videos for skin management. All right. Now, with that being said, again, I'm here in the park again. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I do to prepare for my marathon. As usual, you guys want to make sure that you got some water if you're going to attempt to do something like this. Also, always remember that why you're doing this. Never do this for another person. Always do this for yourself. Because if you're not doing this for yourself, you're not going to do this for very long. You're not going to stay motivated, because as soon as the other person seems to be uninterested, then you're going to become uninterested. Make sure you're doing this for yourself and not for another person. So basically, what I'm going to be showing you guys today is the stretches that I usually do before marathon. And when I say before marathon, I'm talking about like 6 or 7 months before marathon. I'm talking about like I'm going to show you the stretches. I'm going to show you some of the strength things I do. I think you guys are going to find that pretty entertaining today, and very interesting too. And you're going to see, well, I'll explain it along the way. Guys, this is probably not going to be an edited video. So I'm trying to do this in one take, so just bear with me. So I'm going to turn my laptop around right here. Okay, so that you guys can get a look in the background. Okay. It's like a baseball field / soccer field. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Well, actually, I'll leave it right here for right now. Okay, you want to make sure you're taking sips of water the entire time you're doing this, guys. Because if you don't, you're gonna find yourself getting dehydrated rather fast, especially in this kind of weather today. I'm gonna bring my laptop over here so I can show you guys my stretching. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see me or not. If you can hear me. Okay, let me try to fix this. I really got to get a cameraman. Okay, so tucking my shirt. First exercise I typically do when I come out here, when I'm preparing for this kind of thing, get your legs straight, like so. If your knees are straight, not bent, bring yourself down like this. You guys see me do this before. And do your best to touch your toes. If you can't, it's all right. You got to start from somewhere. Okay? And we're gonna do this for about, or typically I usually do this for about a minute, 45 seconds to about a minute. And the reason why I do this is because I got to make sure that my hamstrings are stretched and are semi-warmed, my quads, and I want my back to be kind of loose too. Okay, so you do this for about 45 seconds to about a minute. Okay, I'm not gonna do this exercise again. I'm only gonna do it one time to show you guys that I really do it for that long. And I usually do it about 3 or 4 times before I start a workout. On my lazy days, I'll probably do it maybe twice. Okay? So the next exercise that I usually do, you guys see me do this before. You keep your legs straight, keep your knees straight. You don't want them bending because that's cheating. Come over as far as you can. Try to touch your toes. I usually grab my toes like this for about a good minute. And again, this stretches my hamstrings, a little bit of my quads. I feel this stretching my hamstrings. I'm sorry, not my hamstrings, my calf muscles. And typically while this is going on, I'm usually thinking about what I'm going to do, in terms of these exercises that I'm going to do. Again, I understand that during the marathon, some of the most annoying things that happens is that you get Charlie horses or you get cramps. Once you get those, it makes it incredibly hard to run. That's why these stretches are so important. So I usually do these for about 45 seconds to about a minute. Sometimes a little bit more than a minute. Okay? So you just hold the stretch. Then what I typically do after this, I'll take one of my legs and put it in the back like this. Keep my leg here straight. And Sometimes I'll use this arm or whatever, but for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to keep my hand here, try to keep my foot as straight as possible, and I'm going to do the stretch. Usually I try to do these stretches about 30 seconds to 45 seconds a piece, and I try to do at least 3 sets of these before I go out there. But because of time for this video, I'm not going to do it for the entire 45 seconds. Just want to make sure you guys see that the stretching is important for your hamstrings, your calves, and also just loosen you up for the kind of working out that we're going to be doing today. Okay, we're going to do the other leg. For those of you who don't know, we're not doing push-ups. Not today. We're not going to be doing what we did last time. This is going to be a completely different day. Some of you probably going to think I'm a little crazy when you see this, but you'll be surprised. There's some marathoners that go to much larger extremes than I do. So just hold this for about 45 seconds to about a minute. Or 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Depends where you are. Okay? And usually I'm focusing on bringing my head down, but which is something that you want to do. As you get better at this and as your legs get more loose, you want to bring your head down. Try to get your other arm to actually get to the toe too, you know. So after you do that, or after I do that rather, I'm sorry. Something else I like to do. Let me do this from the side here. Okay. What I like to do is to try to stretch my back and stretch my my midsection. And what I usually do is I'll lay down flat like this on the ground. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I'll lay flat on the ground. I'll put my hands like this right where my chest is, a little bit further than shoulder width. And I'll come up like this. And I'll do this for about 30 seconds when I'm alone. Well, not when I'm alone now. But before I go through these exercises, it helps me stretch out my my abdominal muscles. And when I do that, I get into a position like this where it looks like I'm praying. And it stretches out my upper back. And I'll do this for about 3 sets of those. Maybe sometimes just 2 sets, depending on how much time I have. Because a lot of times when I'm doing these stretches, I'm typically preparing to run for about 10 to 15 miles. So let me show you guys something else here. Now, I don't have something to hold here. I'll bring my camera over here so that you guys can see what it is I'm talking about. Who needs a big expensive gym membership when you have the great outdoors? All right, so let me make sure you grab something. Get your leg like this. This is going to really stretch your quads. And this is an exercise I like to do for about a minute a piece. And I'll do both legs for about a minute. Again, you want to pull your ankle all the way into your buttocks. Okay, you don't want to hurt yourself doing this, obviously. You want to keep your other leg as straight as possible. You know, I try to hold this for balance. You know, and this is going to stretch your quad muscle. And I'll do the other leg. Now I usually stretch my hips too. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that in a minute. I'm gonna show you how I stretch my lower back. Typically, about a minute you want to hold this for. I'm not gonna hold it for the full minute because of time. Again, you're gonna feel it in your quads. Okay, another workout I like to do. It's gonna be kind of hard to show you guys this, but it's to stretch my calves. So what I usually do is trying to find a way to show you guys this. Okay, I'll use this over here so that you guys can see. Right here by this gate right here. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. Okay, I'm gonna put my calf there. I'll show you guys. I'm holding on to this and I'm bringing my foot like this on this until I feel the stretch that's going on here. Okay, so and I lean forward and it stretches all of this. Okay, it helps me keep it loose. And I'll do it to both legs for about 2 to 3 minutes. Obviously 30-second increments, or 30 to 45-second increments, because I don't want to hurt myself stretching, which you can easily do too if you don't know what you're doing. And then I'll do the other foot. Usually I would use a tree, or I would try to do both calves at the same time to save time. Again, it's going to stretch all of this. You're going to feel it. That I assure you. It's going to feel like your calf is kind of tight. You're going to be stretching it and getting it ready for the grind that you're going to be doing. Now, usually I would edit all these little parts out, but you guys don't like me using Wondershare, and I don't really know how to use the other program that well yet. So, I'm gonna show you guys what I do to stretch my back now. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I can barely see the screen myself. So I'm gonna try to move over here and lay down flat. I'm gonna bring my legs over my head. Okay. So just watch. Lay down flat. I'm gonna bring my legs up like this and bring it directly over my head like this. And I'll do this for about 45 seconds to a minute too. It's a good way to get loose. Stretches all of this. Then come back up. I highly recommend you spend some time stretching your back doing other exercises before you do something like that, because you can hurt yourself if you don't know what you're doing. And again, before you start any workout program, it's always good to talk to a doctor and make sure that you're in good enough shape as far as your cholesterol and all that stuff before you start something like this. But now let's get down to the nitty gritty, guys. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna show you guys what I do for walking lunges. And again, if you look behind me, this is about a soccer field here. I usually like doing my walking lunges all the way down and then all the way back. No break. And if I do take a break, it's usually for about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to do that first, and then we'll continue, all right? So I'm going to start from here, and you're going to see me go all the way down there, guys. All right, here we go. Okay, so you guys didn't see me do the entire football field, but I was very conscientious of the fact that I am making a video, and that this could get kind of boring if you see me walk all the way down there where the gate is down there. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's much further than a football field, maybe about another 30 yards in a football field. And I like to do that because I know when you're running a marathon, you have to train your legs to be able to endure a lot of uncomfortableness. And I mean a lot. Because if you don't, by the time you get to mile 7 or mile 8, that's about the time you're going to be ready to quit. If you're not used to doing this kind of thing. Always make sure you got your water. Take a drink. Now I want to show you guys something that Lee Lemon taught me. I think I showed you this in another workout. Okay? And that's doing weightless squats. Okay? Immediately after this, I don't usually take a break. What I would typically do is get my legs straight like this. And I just start doing this for 5 minutes, but I'm only going to do it for about a minute. Okay? You just do your squats. Sometimes you might feel your legs getting a little numb by doing this. You want to keep your back as straight as possible when you're doing this. I believe she said in a 90-degree angle. This is one of the reasons why I improved my time by 45 minutes during that marathon. It's because I stopped picking up the weights and I started doing this for aerobic activity. Because after about, I believe 2 minutes of doing this, you're doing aerobics. You know what I mean? It isn't strength no more, which is good to train your legs to be able to endure something like a 26.2 mile marathon. So sometimes when this gets a little boring, I'll jump like this and widen my legs out like this. You know what I mean? Just want to do this. And believe me, you're going to feel the burn in your legs, especially after doing those walking lunges. All right? Then what you do is you go back to your stretching. And then that'd be typically when you'd start the beginning of your running program. Some people, or sometimes like in the fall, when I'm doing a workout like this, or even in the winter, what I'll do is I'll do the walking lunges, I'll do the weightless squats, and then I'll go find me some hills and go sprint up some hills. Then I'll take about a 10-minute break, drink some water, get some Gatorade in my system, stretch a little bit, and then I'll go do a 10-mile run. And that's usually one of my days when I'm training for a marathon. There are other days when I do stairs. I'll do like 100 flights one day. Another day I'll do like 150 flights of stairs. It's very good for your legs. It's good to help your legs endure all the ins and outs of running a marathon, guys. I know you guys see the sweat on my face. A lot of sun out here today. But again, when you finish these kind of workouts, it's very important to stretch. Do the same stretches that you saw in the beginning of this, and you'll be able to keep your muscles loose, and you won't get injured or get hurt. So I'm going to end the video, and then I'm actually going to do my stretching. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll let you guys see that too. I'm going to just do it for a shorter period of time. So again, I'm going to get my legs here, because after you do something like that, your legs are going to be kind of tight. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay? This is kind of torture for me, because I hate halfway doing this. I love doing my full workout. I don't like doing this halfway. You know, I have enough energy right now to do about a 15-mile run right now. I might do that a little bit later. I don't know. I didn't have it planned today to run. So you want to hold the stretch. Same thing with this again. Bring your leg back like this. Take your arm, put it there in this stretch. I'm a lot more loose than I was when I first started this, obviously. I usually try to bring my head as low to my leg as possible. But for the sake of this exercise, for those of you who are not on this level yet, I'm just going to just keep it like this. But as you go on, you can bring it down lower and lower. This is one of the reasons why, guys, let me switch the legs, why you have to make a decision to do this, because it's a lot of uncomfortableness about doing this kind of thing. It's very rewarding. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're not going to do this long. I can tell you that right now. Okay? Try to keep your leg as straight as possible. Okay? Now, if you're not used to doing this kind of thing, you don't have to do a football field. If you have a backyard and you know you got at least 20 steps, you can actually do this from one end of your backyard to the other end. That'd be about 40 steps what you do in your lunges. And it's still a pretty good workout. And then you can stand and do your standing squats, you know, for about a minute apiece. You know, until you can build yourself up to a minute 15 seconds, a minute 30 seconds, until you finally get to the 2 minutes. I guarantee you're gonna be sweating harder than me if it's your first time doing this. Okay? Got sweat in my eye. Alright, so wow. So that's it for this workout video, guys. Just want to show you guys some of the training I'm doing. Next time I do a video, I'm gonna do abdominals. I might even pick up some weights a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys my stair workout. I think you guys are gonna think that's insane. The only problem is I have to find somewhere in the outdoors that's going to be acceptable to show you guys. That's how crazy I get with these trainings sometimes. And until next time, guys, this has been another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. I would love to get your opinions about what you've seen today. any advice for those of you who are actually marathon trainers to leave your opinions in the chat. And until next time, guys, it's been another edition of Preaching the Word Ministry telling you guys, be motivated. Um, come out here for the right reasons. Come out here because you want to do this, not because you're trying to impress somebody. And you guys have a good one. God bless.